Hi beauty fam, welcome back to MikiCarrBeauty. Today I am going to give you a first impressions of the new Chantecaille lip creams. I picked up two shades, Moon Orchid and Anemone, and I also got some gift with purchases from my Chantecaille sales associate, a little gift with purchase, and I'll show you what she got me, plus a little bag charm or a phone charm. And if you're interested in seeing that content, then keep watching, consider subscribing. Let's try on this beautiful lipstick in Moon Orchid and Anemone from Chantecaille, the new lip cream lipsticks. I picked up two of the new Chantecaille lipsticks. I think some of you know that I have a Nordstrom Chantecaille sales associate, and if you want her contact information, I can link it below. You can contact her on Instagram. And I knew I wanted to get at least one, maybe two of the new Chantecaille lipsticks to try, but I went ahead and ordered kind of my OG original, like, best night mask, and this is my favorite mask of theirs, hands down. And I actually use it as a night cream. I'm not gonna open this because it's brand new, but it's basically, I use this as a night cream. This is their bio lifting mask, and it's their peptide formula. The formula is able to address vertical and horizontal wrinkles or lines that you get. And ever since I started using this at night, it's just been so fantastic. And my skincare is just so, like, I have it on lock especially after I added Korean skincare to my routine. So this is my holy grail for my night cream. Technically it's a mask you leave on for 10 or 15 minutes, but why not use it as a night cream? And I swear by this at night. I think if, you know, when you start to buy like makeup, and especially with luxury beauty, if you can find a sales associate, especially at Nordstrom, to work with, I think it's totally worth it. So my sales associate takes care of me. She knew I bought this plus two of the new Chantecaille lipsticks. And here is the packaging. It is lip cream, and I got the two shades, Moon Orchid and Anemone. But because I bought this face mask, or the mask cream, the bio-lifting mask, and the lip cream lipsticks, she included a gift with purchase. So this really cute little bag from Chantecaille has their name down here. It's not leather. It's definitely probably, like, I don't know if it's vinyl, but it's a human-made substance. But it's so cute. I love the color. I love this color blue. And I can use it as a makeup bag or a satchel for travel. And it's got a little button here, and she basically threw in a gift with purchase. So let me show you what she threw in here. And this is what I mean, like, if you can find a sales associate and you could work with her or just someone nearby, like, it makes it worth it, because then they really take care of you. So in my gift with purchase, she included a Rose de Mai cleansing balm, a little sample size here, and let's see, a Rose de Mai cream, which is great. I'm gonna probably put these in my travel case. And then a Rose de Mai facial oil. So cute little products. And then I think she was working with somebody that was making jewelry, so she created something special for me, kind of like a little, I don't know, like a phone charm or what. Let me just see what it is. And then she worked with the person who was making these phone charms or this jewelry, and she asked me what color I liked, and then she knows my name. Isn't it so cute? So it has like this red flower, no, white flower on top, no, red. It's a red daisy, a rose, my initial M, and let's see, a red flower, and then a cherry. So she created that with the jeweler for me. Special kind of phone charm. I'm not sure how to use phone charms. Maybe y'all can tell me. I know I have my case here, but I don't know where to put this. I actually just might put it on my keychain, but isn't that so cute? So there's like the little touches that she has. And then she also asked me, hey, tell me what other color lipstick you like, and if I have it in stock, then I'll throw it in there. And so she actually threw in a lip veil in the shade Impatience for me. So I didn't buy this, again, it was a gift with purchase. So what I'm going to do is do a little swatch for you. We'll see. This is a shade I picked kind of sight unseen. cute summer color. So why don't I do this? I know that we're here for the lip creams, but I do really want to see what this looks like. I usually don't use this color, but this might be a good summer color.
I'ma just lay back and crack this window. I've been doing my best, taking a moment to rest, feeling stressed out. Give it a good.
Yes, it's a cute summer color. It kind of brightens up my face. I would probably take this on vacation.
So you can go with
And this is kind of how I use my lipstick nowadays. I try not to put too much on them.
I've been working all day.
I like to blur out the lipstick a little bit. So that is the color Impatience.
I'ma make a better way. Hey, hey. Already got the world on me. Give a pretty brown girl a space. You can keep your head. I'ma make a better way.
Okay, and I film in natural light for those who are wondering. So it's actually really, really hot and bright in Seattle. So actually I had to draw my blinds, but I'm using natural light and it's actually getting a little hot. So I might cut to the blinds a little bit. What I remember asking my sales associate is that she said they were like really long wear, supposed to be like 8 or 10 or 12 hour wear. 18-month shelf life, gluten free. So it says it's PETA approved for those of you who are conscious about those things. Vegan and gluten-free, 18-month shelf life. And the package also says a full coverage lipstick with a glossy cream finish. Use a lip brush to apply when lipstick is down to the base to ensure full usage and recyclability of the case. And it is made in Italy. Okay, so I got 2 shades. This is what the box looks like. Cute, and I think there's elephants on the box here. I don't know if you can see it. There's elephants on the box. And this is what the packaging looks like. Silver, shiny. It's pretty weighty actually. It's not super heavy, but definitely not like plastic drugstore quality. It's pretty weighty, especially the bottom part. It has the word Chantecaille here, and on top is the etching of 2 elephants and the baobab tree, I think. And on the top is, I think, elephants. And what I remember is that actually I had heard that they had sold this company. So I don't know any details of this. I do wonder if the quality has changed. We'll see. You know, this is a new formula, so we'll see. The first shade is Anemone, and that is what the product looks like. Anemone. And the shade Mood Orchid, a deeper shade. So this is the shade Anemone, and this is Moon Orchid. And again, I film in natural light. My arms and our hands are a bit darker, like 1 or 2 shades than my winter shade. I'm about a tan, warm olive complexion. And you can see there's a pink with a little bit of brown in there, but not too much. It's more of a cool tone, I would say. And the Moon Orchid, it's like a pinky red. I don't have anything on my lips, so I'm just gonna grab this little mirror I have.
Mom and Dad's only daughter, do I make you proud? Writing my life in lyrics, do you like the sound? Seeking approval constantly. When it's my truth,
And that is Anemone. It's a shade that I normally don't really wear often. I think it's a little bit too pink from what I'm used to, but you let me know. You know, sometimes I do these videos and you're like, I like that color on you, and it's just a color I usually don't pull for, but for summer I think it's really cute. It's pink and it's a little bit cool. It has like a very cool undertone. Let me smudge it out a little bit. There's no detectable smell that I can smell with this, which thank goodness there's no perfume. Sometimes even with these luxury beauties, they put like even like a rose scent. I don't smell that with this lipstick. I have to say, like, the formula is it's light, but it's creamy, but I don't feel it on my lips. which is really nice. I don't really care for lipsticks where I can feel it. So for example, it reminds me a lot of, and I will pull it out if I can, it reminds me a lot of the texture, but better than the Makeup by Mario. So Makeup by Mario has this satiny, super satin lipstick formula. I love the shades, but I don't, the formula is okay. It has a lot of body. So you can see where this is the shade 917. It's a pink, but has more brown in it. It's a little bit more rose. I love the shades of the Makeup by Mario, but I'm not the biggest fan of the super satin lipstick because I can feel it on my lips, the lipstick. I don't feel the lipstick on my lips. And what's nice is because I have two-tone lips, like this lip is usually darker on top and this is lighter, is that it actually covered the tone. Now, how does it feel? It feels great. Coverage, it covers. It's something I always look for in a lipstick formula to judge if it's really good, is if it covers the two-tone or makes it more uniform, and this definitely does. Grabbed a Lisa Eldridge Sculpt and Shade lip pencil in 3N. It's a little bit deeper than I want to, but it's what I could find. And I'm just gonna lightly go over this. And what the lip liner does, it just kind of grounds the color a little bit more. And to me, that looks a little bit better. Instead of being so shockingly pink, maybe I don't think it's shockingly pink. And then I might go in a little bit again and dab. Okay, now I like it even more. I think it's really, really pretty. This is the shade Anemone. Okay, I'm getting closer so you can see the shade Anemone. And I used a little bit of a neutral brown liner. I think this is so pretty. I think I'm getting used to it. I would definitely pull this for this more in the summer months. I think it looks really nice because it's like a bright pinky light color. Let me know what you think. Anemone. There's almost, even though it's like a lip cream, there's a little bit of emolliency, the sheen you can see, as opposed to the Makeup by Mario, which is also a cream lipstick, but a satiny finish. It's actually, this feels like more emollient, this formula, but thinner, whereas you can see the Makeup by Mario has more body, has more opacity in that it'll cover the lipstick, any two-tone, so it's very pigmented. But the thing is about this formula, I can feel it on my lips, which I'm not a big fan about. But this, super comfortable. I like this. So next up we have the shade Moon Orchid, and when I tested these in store when they first came out, this was the shade that I was like, ooh, I really want it. So it's like a pinky red. It's a very approachable red, so we'll see how that looks. I took the lipstick off. Let me just dab this on first, and then before I put it fully on. Okay, so that is a light application of Moon Orchid. It's a really lovely color. It's like a very approachable red shade. Again, I think I'm just, again, used to liners, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some liner on. And that's the thing with red lipsticks, usually they tend to bleed, and that's the case for me. Okay, so again, using that same shade, it's 3N, Lisa Eldridge, and I'm gonna go in. There's definitely a sheen. This is not matte. Pretty, it's a very lovely color. I think this is like an approachable red. Sometimes reds can be very intimidating to wear, but this is really nice because I could blot it, and this is more of a bold red, but if I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do. It's like if I blot it, it's like comes off a little lighter. There we go. See how it kind of leaves a stain? Lovely. Ooh, these are really, really nice lipsticks. Okay, so this is just going to be a really quick review. Again, first impressions. What I'll say about this lipstick, it is on the pricier side, but Chantecaille has really lovely formulas. I'd have to say I love their skincare more. I love their powders. I'm not a big fan of their eyeshadows, so I stopped buying them, but things like their powders and their skincare and then their lip products I really enjoy. Their blushes not so much, just because the colors I don't really fall in favor of their shade selection of blushes. But this is really lovely, this formula of lip cream. Okay, and this retails $55, and there are, let's see, 15 shades I want to say at this point of filming. And let me look up the one I got. The Anemone, the pink one, is described as a plummy pink, and Moon Orchid is described as a rich mulberry. And that's the one on my lips right now. So it says a creamy full coverage formula that applies plush, comfortable, very comfortable color with a glossy cream finish. And that's true. It's not super glossy, but I like that it's not so emollient that I feel like it's gonna wear off and come away. It's basically the kind of lipstick I know I'm gonna wear throughout the day, and it's still gonna leave a beautiful lip stain and not dry out my lips. That's what I'm guessing with this. It's infused with upcycled grape mark extract to hydrate. Lip cream's uniquely faceted sculpted shape offers effortless artist level application. Okay, so about the shape, yeah, it's different than I've seen. It's definitely more narrow on top, you can see here, which ease of use for sure, 100%. For precise application, use the lip brush. I didn't get that. I've never used lip brushes. Aha, and this is what's cool. It's a 100% aluminum, completely recyclable case. So what we're seeing is like the trend now, which I think Lisa Eldridge with her recyclable aluminum lipstick case. Now we're seeing the market is using aluminum cases. And it's created to support elephant family and their conservation work protecting Asian elephants. Okay, fantastic. So I don't know how much they give back to the supporting the elephants, but at least some money is going back to them. And it has clean luxury standards, which is like maybe their guidelines. It is made in Italy. Yep, it is made in Italy, and it's about 3 grams of product, or 0.1 ounce. What I would say is that if you're into like more sustainable green luxury lipstick or products, like Chantecaille is definitely a higher end makeup and skincare company. They were recently bought, so I don't know how it's changed, other than we're gonna kind of keep an eye on it. But so far, I really, again, I love their skincare. I love their powder products, and I'm really interested too of their lipsticks. I've always found their lipsticks to be really hydrating and kind of like the gold standard on like the lip veils. I just love the formula. They're so emollient. The only other formula that I've found that has rivaled it is the SUQQU Moisture Glaze lipsticks. I love these, but they're very slick. So I love the lip veils as well. I think they're really beautiful and emollient. I just wish that they had a little bit more variety in terms of less pinkies and reds and more like neutrals and tones for deeper melanated skin. But let me know if you tried the new Chantecaille Lip Cream lipsticks. So far, I think I'm really pleased with this product. I really like the 2 shades that I picked. Anemone's perfect for summer, and this is like all year round, like a perfect red shade. Okay, beauty fam, that's it for my quick review. And if you are new to my channel, consider subscribing. Would love to have you join the beauty fam. And if you're already subscribed, then welcome back. Thanks for joining me on this video. And as always, please be very kind with yourself and others, and just be you. Until the next video, beauty fam, take good care of yourself. Bye.